Hello.
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 How are you guys?
Awesome.
You didn't think I'd be too structureless to make the joke. You have to be covered to strip in the first place.
Love it.
It just doesn't seem to do much.
Hi, how are you guys doing today?
Are you ready for some poems?
Yes.
Not those kind of poems. There, am I done? Bet you my mom's thinking, that's much more decent. How about that? Or that? Okay, can you see my face?
Yeah.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
The colonization of desire. I occasionally let people colonize my heart and mind. When you forget to love yourself, it is often so much easier to pour all your energy into loving someone else. I have forgotten how to love. We have forgotten how to love. We play a game to buy back everything advertising has stolen from us. It's a monopoly on our desires until the same image is flashed over and over and over again, until that's all our subconscious can conjure up as the image of desire. That ass, those boobs, that chest, out of touch with the very breath of our inborn cells. Cellular memory fails us when we forget that cellulite feels soft and sweetly ripply to the touch, that hair keeps us warm and wafts our musky pheromonal scents to all our potential lovers, that naked eyelashes feel more subtle when waved across our cheeks than their tar-dipped cousins, that crow's feet are like spiderwebs lace adoring our faces, and scars like fancy tattoos that you haven't had to buy because we've already played for them in blood. We inhale fashion magazines, devour tabloids, and vomit out all nurturing, forgetting that nutrition comes from eating, chewing, digesting, and swallowing. I rub my hands against your chest and pray for warmth. I feel the cool sleekness of the bike tire as it hits your skin. I bubble warmth when you rub me raw. I was 25 when a man reminded me that fat is soft. So much softer to squeeze into and pound against than bone grinding bone. I cried at that thought. At 14, my first would-be lover called me ugly. I was so sure he wanted to touch me, to braid my hair like the fat black boy that I had a crush on in grade 6 did. I remember that. He was so sweet, told me I was pretty. Man, did my desire get colonized into Photoshop versions of Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire? When did yours? I remember at 14, my first would-be lover sticking his hands down other girls' pants while staring at me, always at me, every time at me. I'm sure that it was my utter ugliness that could so mesmerize him for hours. I know his parents were getting divorced, he hated his mother, didn't believe he was worthy, took it out on me, blah, blah, blah. I remember memorizing the shape of his desire and discovering to my utter horror one day that I had developed a crush on him. But so it is that the victims of torture often get attached to their tormentors in Stockholm because attention is attention and attention is attraction, and it marked me for life. And now it's my responsibility to remove the branding embedded so deeply in my skin. Yet as I've gotten older, often it seems all I've gotten better at is replicating my own original witch burnings, marking me over and over and over again. This is not cunning. There is no cunnilingus softness of knowing the sweet pleasures of a woman's womb. I come so easily, it's true, this is a gift. Yet, my heart quakes every time I try to love because I'm always falling over all the fault lines, mine and yours. See, I need to focus on myself, not you. Love my fat and my folds and recognize the strength, wisdom, and courage it takes to do so in a culture that rams fat phobia and fat hatred down our throats as if it only ever wanted us to be cold. Not hot, burning, with warm folds, whole colonies of love and desire. You guys know how hard it is to bend over in a corset? It's easy to do other things. Reason to do yeah. Not sure my mother would approve, but it's fine. The word fat is something that I have wrapped deftly around my thighs. You have more or less of it too. We all like to eat it. Avocados, coconuts, and butter all contain essential nutrients. Our bodies prefer to eat fat because it is so readily available to burn. Carbohydrates have to be converted into fat first and stored for famine later. The word fashion is what we use to adorn the souls we reside inside the bodies we inhabit. Fashion can be flattering or flattening. What looks good on me might not look good on you, and vice versa. We all fashion vices, and bodies go in and out of style less often than clothes. A plump woman in the 1600s would have garnered a hefty bridal price because fat women survive famine, though fashion models today emulate third world famine because scarcity is always fashionable in a world where you can have all the food you want and curves can be sculpted on or off and real softness does not exist. The word hatred is something we like to never think of ourselves as spewing, but prefer to always be the victims of. See, in my life, I have hated my fat just as much as you do. But you have the privilege of not having to struggle to learn to love it, see, whereas I do in order to love myself. which I don't see as an optional course in the personal development of a human being. And no, losing weight is not an answer as A, that kind of is the whole self-acceptance bit. B, I tried on anorexia for size as a teenager. It didn't fit me, left a bad taste in my mouth, and is not something that we as a society should be actively promoting, and yet we do. And see, I want to have more weight in this world, not less. Have my body, spirit, and presence be so big that you cannot ignore me. And being small as small can be does nothing to advance the cause for social justice, nor do anything to eradicate fat phobia, mine and yours. Yet, loving myself wholly and completely just as I am today, right now, future, past, does. So, yeah, you can more restriction. Will you join me? It's not the way professionals do. You guys gotta sing, you ready? If you're sexy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're sexy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're sexy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're sexy and you know it, clap your hands. Fat hatred is a fashion that does not become the benevolence of an unfettered human soul. We are better than that. We deserve more than that. We are here to adore and to be adored. And love, my friends, is a much more becoming adornment.
So amazing. She did fantastic. Loved it. Hey guys, so we got some beaver tail stuff in here, and we're gonna try some of this. This looks really good. We've got maple syrup, and we also have a little bit of cinnamon sugar on this.